So to start, Bhante, there seems to be a lot of devastating news in the world today. So politically, environmentally, socially speaking, we are bombarded constantly with fearful headlines. So how should one attend to this, and how informed should we be?
So I think we need certain amount of information. So because we need a kind of an update. So I myself take an update because I have to travel and deal with the other activities. So we need certain amount of an update. But the thing is, sometimes we get carried away by certain news, and then we really become anxious, and then we start too much thinking. So if we are in a position to look at what's really going on at different parts of the world, but still uh, we understand in one sense we understand this is the way of the world, right? So we can't expect the really beautiful, really supportive, uh, particularly for spiritual development, expecting a really supportive world. I don't think it's such thing is available. So it's not that we have to try to completely make the world a really better place, and then we become better. Rather, we better wear shoes, right? Rather than we trying to flood the world. So that's a very common thing. So therefore, need to understand the world as it is. So how things are happening, what are the kind of things going on, kind of an update. In a way, as you said, whatever these say bothering activities going on in the world, it in a way we can use as a reminder to our own practice, isn't it? Now, say someone is being killed, right? Something unexpected has happened. So that indicates the kind of fragile nature of the world. So this is the condition realm that we are dealing with. So we can't expect a really permanent, a controllable, really positive, favorable atmosphere every time. So this is the vulnerable world that we are living. This is a sensual world is like this. That's a bottom line in a way. Sensual world is like this. So it's a matter of fact. In one sense, we need to admit that, accept that, but it doesn't mean that we are having a kind of defeated kind of a mentality. So the Dhamma should help us to somehow navigate through this, whatever the ups and downs of the world. So that's why in a way, in Ratana Sutta, Puttasa loka dhammehi chittang yassana kampati. Asokam virajam khemam etam mangala uttamam. So in the Mangala Sutta. So basically, Buddha highlights, so while things are going up and down, so as you are facing the vicissitudes of the life, so if you are capable of maintaining a fairly calm, relaxed, say, stable mind, so that's a mangala, that's a real blessing. So it's a kind of a skill that we need to develop. So typically, we may go through kind of fluctuations, kind of up and downs ourselves, but as we mature in the practice, so we should may have a kind of a capacity to withstand it, right? Say, for example, in the Satipatthana Sutta itself, they emphasize, say, if you are practicing properly, so your soka parindeva has to be abandoned. That means worrying, lamentation, all that crying, all that has to be reduced. So things may be happening. It doesn't mean that things may stop and everything become favorable to you, but things may continue to happen. But now, as a result of the practice, now you have a capacity to somehow calm. I mean, you yourself calm down. Even if you collapse, you should be able to quickly recover. As a benefit of the practice, we are talking of the resilience, right? So there may be a possibility that we may collapse, but the practice should help to quickly come back to our normal way of life. So therefore, we may have to expect the world is going like this, or whatever the way, we might not have a complete control over it, but we may have some control over our attitude and how we behave and how we deal with things. So that is where we can correct ourselves. So therefore, I think the approach has to be not that we are trying to, I mean, better we do something for the world, that's no argument. But on the other hand, we should be able to cope up with the things. So when things go wrong, so how can I bear it? How can I again come back to my normal life? How quickly can I come back? So the practice help us to quickly return to our normal life.
Mm.
Yeah.
Thank you.